Man, this garbage I see on TikTok every time I open it, retarded, and you guys like it. It's just so retarded. Remember the story of that woman? The cock wants to give her a phone. The slave woman, the cock wants to give her a phone. She brutally rejects him. She doesn't want it from him, and she keeps asking me. And I'm like, well, answer the question. Do you like me? Yes or no? Because she was like, I don't like him, so I don't want to take it from him. And she was like, and the real reason she's not being honest is many things, but she doesn't want clingy sort. In her own words, he is so repulsive, despite willing to. And I'm like, let him be that. Take the phone, block his ass. But maybe she can't. Probably can't. That's. I found out today, and then I was like, and she keeps asking me every time, "Give me a phone, give me a phone." I'm like, "What are you gonna give me in return?" Uh, because you don't want to do the work I tell you to do. Uh, Women are always pushing, they're always probing, they're always, and they'll never be honest, they'll never answer any questions. And she has a daughter, I just found that out, 8-year-old girl, and I'm like, I told the daughter, honesty shouldn't come at a price. You shouldn't ask the other person to give you something for being honest. That's the worst form of dishonesty. Uh, and it doesn't work. And I told the mother, your hoof is like this, don't mention all that. I'm like, I'm not mentioning the cock in front of a young girl that doesn't understand any better. Kind of like with Madame Pearl's sister, as she told me, she's too young to understand all this energy, sexuality, all that. Uh, and I told the young girl that because she'll remember it when she grows up. Kind of like I told the next daughter of mine, learn Spanish, not gay French. She remembered it, and yeah, just anyway. I spoke about thoughts this morning. Another little tidbit for you. Uh, when thinking things are going to be glorious, you cannot think that something illogical will happen. So if you have no data left on your phone, for example, you can't just say, "Oh, it'll be glorious. I'll get data." No, you have to buy that data, whichever way you do it. However, once you get past a certain level of consciousness, let's just say, I mean, thoughts are things, they're energy, and energy builds everything ultimately. There are people that can look at mirrors and they will shatter. I don't want to say it because my thoughts manifest so perfectly. I don't want to say it, but without even, I mean, he could be looking at a mirror and it'll just shatter. That happens if your thoughts are that powerful, you know. But you have to get to a very advanced level for that. Um, and before I forget, yeah, it's funny. I mentioned bad and good and how you should welcome the bad in your life because that's actually good. And even if it wasn't, then all that remains is for the good to manifest. So you get the nasty stuff out of the way. But when you welcome bad, the universe is like, this guy is welcoming something literally. And it's not just saying it or, you have to actually welcome it that, hey, you know, you have to truly not give a fuck. That's the only way you can welcome the bad. Oddly enough, in that case, the universe will relent and just give you good because it gives you bad to test you. But if it senses you've passed the test or you pass it anyway, then it's like, what's the point? Let's just give the guy good. You know, uh, that's how it works. Uh, these are all little tidbits, and just as I said, the mirror thing, crashing sound came, and classic manifestation. These are all little tidbits that could have entire episodes dedicated to them. So let me know which one you want, and I'll do a show on them. Then we'll get to women and cocks, how to truly hook her forever. Now, most girls refuse to leave a man for both practical reasons and emotional reasons. One reason they don't leave, they love the drama, they love the abuse. That has been explained before. Classic case of the slave that refuses to leave her so-called abusive husband. I haven't heard his side of it, so I can't really make a judgment, but she's so hypocritical. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one at fault. But at least she's putting her daughter in a boarding school and doing the right thing because you don't want kids growing up in that environment. Uh, but you truly appreciate the feminine a lot more, like women appreciate each other beauty wise once you take sexual away. Again, I have to carp on that because most of y'all don't do it. You say you do it, but you don't do it. It's evident. Your results will tell you. And the look might add to it, like my long hair, the thing. I could be a beautiful girl, I could be a sexy, handsome, which I am, charming, intelligent, intuitive guy, all facts. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you the facts. You're watching me and you know it. But you don't even have to have that. That can add to it, but it's really your mind, it's your energy. I'll give you a classic example of a cock. So, and I knew he was that. So, woman sitting there, she's eating and kind of has her back turned to him, but they're both talking, and he has this comfortable chair that he's sitting on. He consciously chooses to leave it and goes sits right by her feet. Now, there's something to sit on there too, so it wasn't. But women will often do that with a guy when they're learning from him. And there's not going to be any sexuality. They're actually attracted to that in their own way because they love teachers, just like the girl at Amazon loves me because I'm teaching her things. She's probably a junior agent. Uh, and they love that in the middle energy. For guys, that's total cock. I prefer to eat alone anyway because it's my, food for me is just something I have to do. No, I just hit reorder every day or same thing, every day. And people are like, oh, so boring. And I'm like, well, my routines, they work. It's just something for me. I need nutrition to fuel my body, workouts, and that's all there is to it. I've taken the emotions away. To be truly masculine, you must take your emotions away. It's that simple. You can call it being a psycho, you can call it being whatever you like, but it's true. Uh, and so I would just sit right there and she can turn around like this, if, you want to maintain eye contact. Or she can go sit on that, so you're kind of looking at each other. But she wouldn't, and he's a typical cock. And the last thing is something I've spoken about before. If you can evoke any emotion in her without even trying, the more extreme the better. With women, it's either this or that. You still got her. Like a lot of girls will not leave a guy for number one, practical reasons. There's some financial aspect associated with it, always. Uh, but the number two reason is they don't leave real men. Now, you could classify that as being abusive. You can classify that as being in the middle. Because, when women say someone's abusive, you have to take that with a pinch or a grain of salt. You have to know the whole story because they will lie by default and they hate each other anyway. And they will tell you themselves. So if you want her to leave, or so-called, and she says, I am never going to leave you, even though you hate me, even though this, that, I am going to stay here and hate you even more and cause you problems. And, well, that's another one to the ream. You still got her. I mean, women will never admit that. And then they'll say, okay, but, you can't really do anything with me sexually. Then you tell them, and this is, my case, you tell them, I never wanted to have sex in the first place. And you were the one that called me gay for that. And, all these kind of beautifully nasty names. I love being called all these names. I enjoy it. I welcome it. I welcome the so-called bad. And I proudly brag about it. If you call it bragging. Because if you're that guy, she's going to want to bang you or you to bang her 3 times a night. And, that's a waste of energy unless you're looking for a baby. Sometimes if, compensation rules the nation, then you can sort of do it, but not every day, And that's how to book. Even the most so-called woman that hates you, as they say. And also the same concept applies to your business haters. It applies to hate in general. You'll always have them hooked. They'll never admit it, but kind of like an unintentional court jester, you'll always have them hooked. So And so these are all little tidbits. I've explained that depth a lot, many times before. If you want me to do a show, let me know. That rhymed. I'm a better poet than Tagore, even with my shaky legs and video. Remember the girl who said, "Oh, you're so slim because you keep moving your legs." Nervous energy and, a lot of energy. And I wasn't even that slim back then, you know. Hubby porn star truly got them all. You can be that way too if you remove the sexual and everything else we talked about. Feel free to please do actually repost the video. I really enjoy it when that happens. And keep subscribing, keep liking, and feedback, please. It's key. Sometimes I can't see all the comments and all. Like on some of the videos, I haven't been able to get through all the comments. It's nothing personal because on some of them, there's a lot of comments. And so just shoot me an email and we'll see what we can do to improve your own life. See y'all later.